Zanpakuto, 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 Zanpakuto. Welcome to the channel. This is Naz, and today we're going to be doing a video about the Zanpakuto, Zanpakuto, and this sword that you see in front of you. By the way, this is a prop for you out there. So, see, it's not a weapon. For you out there wondering what this sword is the sword of Ichigo Kurosaki. It's the Zanpakuto in its Shikai form. You dig? You dig? Now we're going to be doing a video about the history of the Zanpakuto. And this history relates to the American audience only. I cannot cover the world, I'm sorry to say. So this is the American audience and their introduction to this Zanpakuto in its purest form. So before the Zanpakuto, the first time that the Zanpakuto was introduced to the American audience was when Renji Abarai came. Renji Abarai came in 2007 to rescue Ruki Akichiki from the grasp of Ichigo Kurosaki. But before then, before that history, before the true Zanpakuto revealed itself as Zabimaru, we have to talk about the prototypes that led up to the Zanpakuto in its current form, with Tate Kubo completing the Shinigami form, the Shikai form, and the Bankai. So we have to talk about the prototypes that led to that. So back in 2003, this was the first time that the Zanpakuto was introduced to the American audience by a character named Sanosuke Sagara from the show Rurouni Kenshin. Okay, and he was challenging none other than Kenshin Himura himself. Episode 5, and this was the first time that we got that gigantic sword, the Zanpakuto. Sanosuke Sagara was wielding it. It was a beast. But Sanosuke Sagara, as can be seen, was not a Shinigami, so he could not bring forth the Shikai form of the full power of the Zanpakuto. Okay, he could not bring it out. So eventually, he became a boxer. He relinquished his title. He knew that he could not, unsheath the sword, bring out the Zanpakuto. And Sanosuke Sagara was the first time. That was the first time that we saw the Sun and the Pak tail. Okay? Now, in 2004, we had another character bring us something similar to the Zanpakuto, something close to the Zanpakuto, and it was Haru Gray from Ray Vaster. And only the 10 powers. It's called the 10 Commandments. It was a mere imitation of the Zanpakuto in its full form, and because Haru Gray also suffered from the same deficiency as Sanosuke Sagara, and not being a of the Shinigami realm, could not transform his Zanpakuto into its Shikai or Bankai form. Now, in 2005, another character from the Naruto world blessed us with something that was close to achieving the Zanpakuto-ness. And this character was none other than Zabuza Nozomi. Zabuza came with his sword. I forgot the name of the sword. I think it was, I can't pronounce it. But that sword had a spiritual pressure close to Ichigo Kurosaki's. And finally, in 2007, but before that, we need to also address the elephant in the room that actually, before all of these things that I mentioned, there was another series that at the time, we did not know the concept of the Zanpakuto. So we have to consider this series in its fullness and talk about it. Inuyasha, 2002. Inuyasha wielded the sword, the Tessaiga. The Tessaiga was closest. The Tessaiga was really near. At the time, we did not know. We did not know that it was the Zanpakuto-ness of all Zanpakutos at the time. So that's why we do not include it in the history. It was a precursor. It was something different. It was the inspiration of all Zanpakutos. So that's why we give the Inuyasha-ness, the Inuyasha of 2002, a special place, and mention it here. So it's outside the space of time. So now bringing us to the Zanpakutos, the true Zanpakutos. Tate Kubo finally reached Nirvana and introduced us to the Zanpakutos in their true form. That is when Renji Abarai came and said, Zabimaru. That's all it took. All Renji Abarai had to say was Zabimaru. And you already know what had happened when Zabimaru was mentioned. After that, Ichigo copied Zabimaru and said, Sensou, what was it? Zangastu? Yeah, Zangastu. Zengestu. I'm mispronouncing the name of Ichigo. After that, it was Byakuya Kuchiki. Then after that, a host of other characters in the Bleach world that unsheathed their Zanpakutos. And then after that, all of them reached Bankais. And that is the true history of the Zanpakuto in the West, as it currently stands. And with that, I'm out. If you guys want me to bring you other histories, let me know. Comment down in the comments. But for now, we are going to be done with the history of the Zanpakuto. Thanks for watching, and peace!